What's up? Welcome to the Counting Wisdom podcast. Today's going to be a really short message. Just keep going with Jesus. We have to keep studying, keep reading our Bibles, keep praying, and keep asking God about Himself. Get to know God. We have to just persevere through difficult times, through everyday life, and through different circumstances. And then God also promises that when we trust in Him, we can enter into rest, and rest from just the different uneasy things of life. So we can enter into that rest, and it could be, having a day of rest throughout the week, but also, a rest internally, just being at peace amongst different circumstances. Jesus, He went to sleep on a pillow as He was in a storm, and everyone else was awake, but He was asleep. And so He was showing, that even in the midst of difficult times through a storm, you can still be at rest and you can still have peace. And then He also showed that we have power to calm the storm, and we have to remember that and tap into the power of the Holy Spirit. I believe that I do have power, to overcome sin. I don't know about maybe the other side of miracles, but I do know I've experienced the power of God in just my battle with certain sins, and becoming more mature. I've experienced the power of God to really take me to another level of maturity in my life. And so there is power that God has. Of course, He has other type of power, like the power to make the world, or the power to make the universe, or power to do anything. But there's also a type of power where, like I was talking about, we can overcome sin. And so we each have, different trials or storms. It's important to remember that we can have faith, in the midst of what we're going through, and then really stick to what Jesus says throughout our life, because maybe in the storm you're challenged to really believe what Jesus says, or are you going to fall back on your own plan? And that's kind of difficult. Even Abraham, he ended up sleeping with Hagar, and some interpret that to say that he was trying to get the promised child through his own way. But then eventually Sarah conceived and they had Isaac. But for a moment, Abraham and Sarah, tried having a child through other ways. And I think this was even after God had already spoken to them. So, that's what we have to overcome too, is, we have to have faith and then believe, and keep striving to believe, and even in the midst of difficult circumstances. So, anyway, hope you've gotten something from this podcast. And that's it for today. I will talk to you on the next one. See ya.